What's up guys, Cody today, here to teach you how to build support. Now for most of you, everything that I'm going to be talking about here, you already know. It's pretty simple, straightforward stuff. But I find that a lot of people down in bronze, silver, and even gold don't know how to build support correctly. And I think it kind of needs to be addressed. So, starting with the starting items for support. You have your Relic Shield, your Spellthief's Edge, and your Ancient Coin. The Relic Shield you take on tanky champs, such as Thresh, Leona, and Blitzcrank, and Alistar. And Spellthief's Edge you take on mage support, such as Morgana, Annie, and Brand. Ancient Coin, you take on passive supports such as Soraka and Janna, but even then you can take Spell Thieves on Soraka or Janna depending upon your playstyle. So, on to the next item you should be building. So, you got your starting items, you mess around a bit for the first few minutes, and you go back. The first item that you should be trying to get should be your Sightstone. When you get the Sightstone, you should also make sure to pick up a Sweeping Lens. Now, why does the support get a Sightstone and a Sweeping Lens? The support is responsible for getting ward coverage down. The support is supposed to be warding for your ADC pretty much down the bot lane. And the support is responsible for warding areas such as the Dragon and Baron and getting deep wards down in the enemy jungle. The Sweeper is for the fact that it's the best trinket for you when you have the Sightstone. Whenever you have the Sightstone, you don't need another ward to place down. You don't need the yellow trinket anymore. And the Farsight trinket you kind of don't need because the rest of your team should be picking that up. Having the Sweeper allows you to clear wards that the enemy has placed down to ensure more safety when taking objectives. After buying my Sightstone, or if I back and don't have enough gold for my Sightstone, I'll upgrade my support item. Now, the question is, after this, do you upgrade your support item into whether it be Face of the Mountain, Talisman Ascension, or Frost Queen's Claim? Or do you combine it with your Sightstone? For the most part, if you're a mage support, you're most likely going to want to get Frost Queen's Claim. That is because Frost Queen's provides a slow and it provides some sort of vision for your team. The ghosts go out and will search for anybody in the area. And if they don't find anybody, it will still tell you the direction of where they are. Face of the Mountain depends upon what you want. Face of the Mountain provides a shield. So it just depends upon what you want. If you want to give a shield to your allies, then sure, get Face of the Mountain. I personally don't like it, and I like having my extra item slot, but that's just me. I will get it every now and then, though. When it comes to Talisman Ascension, I'm just gonna say stay away from it, because for the most part, extra burst of movement speed for everybody every minute really isn't worth it, because it's kinda like a Righteous Glory in a way where everyone around you gets extra movement speed, but honestly I just don't feel like it's worth it to have that instead of having a different item. When it comes to your shoes, here's what you get. You have the choices between Boots of Mobility, Boots of Swiftness, or Boots of Lucidity for most everybody. Boots of Mobility is the traditional boots to get for a support. They provide you with a very good amount of mobility around the map while not in combat, so it allows you to roam around a lot. It allows you to get in and out of the enemy jungle, so that way when you're placing wards you can do it very fast. When it comes to Boots of Swiftness, The difference is if you want more movement speed during fights instead of the boots of mobility, where you kind of just want to get to places fast. Boots of swiftness, you want to move around during fights so that way you can position well. So that's the purpose of those. And then when it comes to boots of lucidity, it's just for mages that want to have more heals and stuns and whatnot thrown around during fights. Okay, so we got the main support items out of the way. On to other items you can build as support. So the first one you should be getting pretty much every time unless you have a tanky jungler who is going to pick it up. And that is the Iron Locket of Solari. Now, this item, very important as it gives magic resist to everybody on your team. You can also build Banner of Command, which will provide the same magic resist, but it's a more offensive item as it allows you to just split push a lane while not being there, kind of. The only thing is though, is that a lot of times you don't really need Banner of Command, so it's just safer just to build Locket instead, which will give a shield instead of empowering the minion. For armor items, typically you want to look at getting Frozen Heart or RANDUIN'S. Those two items are the biggest ones because they both provide an attack speed reduction. And this is important because when you're going up against the enemy ADC, let's say it's a Vayne ADC, you don't want Vayne to be attacking that much during fights, so having this item, having one of those items, will make it so that way she doesn't attack as much. You can also build ZEKE'S Harbinger. The only reason why I'm going to say to stay away from it really is, first off, it doesn't really, in my opinion, work that well on tanky supports, unless you're really far ahead. It works better on mage supports because it does give you some AP. But the reason why I'm going to say to stay away from it is because you do have to have a good ADC to make this work out rather well. Because if you're behind, the item doesn't really work out too well, as you can't really find footing for it. And the final support utility item I'm going to talk about is MIKAEL'S Crucible. This item you really won't be building all that much. The only times you're really going to be building it is when their enemy has a lot of CC on their team and you want to be saving people from it. It's like a cleanse for your team, pretty much. Well, that just about wraps this lesson up. Two quick things I want to mention before finishing this. One, make sure to upgrade your sweeping lens to the Oracle lens when you hit level 9, as it's a lot better and goes on for longer. And two, make sure you're picking up pink wards a lot. There should always be a pink ward out from you, as you are the one providing vision for the team. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Remember to like and subscribe if you did. And see you in the next one. Thanks.